Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki don enter one new partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to sustain the ongoing digital reforms for the state. The government don also launch a digital lab program hand-in-hand with the foundation to support startups and to encourage digital innovators. Governor Obaseki tok say the digital lab program na legacy project of im administration and e no go only bring success to the state's development agenda, but e go also sustain the government's key achievements and digital pathways. E yarn say that they carry the matter for head to make Edo a destination of choice for digital solutions.
And I want to emphasize that as a state, we feel really cherished, and we feel blessed that we have an institution like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that's doing such an impactful work across the globe, particularly in terms of the transformative impact that you are undertaking as it relates to supporting pro-war programs globally. We are truly blessed that finally we have the attention of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation after several years. The place of technology in our quest to sustain our development is quite undeniable. Technology strikes at the core of our reforms as a state, whether in terms of improving our processes, creating opportunities for collective growth, and opening up the space to engage our people to create wealth and build virile, strong, and indomitable institutions. Technology is the life wire of the new Edo State. And I'm sure you're beginning to see and feel that as you go around our bureaucracy. Whether it is from recalibrating how our teachers teach, to rejuvenating and upgrading facilities that deliver healthcare services, particularly at the primary healthcare level, or to reforming the way we think and deliver tasks on the jobs in our public and civil services, or in terms of rethinking old processes such as land management. In all of this, we are deploying technology in more innovative ways than was previously thought possible. And that's why we see a huge scope of collaboration with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. These changes that have been occasioned by the new realities of our new world, especially in coping with the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, has made the adoption of new technologies for work and in our everyday lives even more imperative.
Obaseki Constitution said the place of technology for our journey to sustain our development be the strike for the call of our reforms, whether now in the terms of improving our processes, creating opportunities for all of us to grow, and the opening up of space to make our people work and build strong and unbreakable institutions.
For us in Edo, we have set a target to become the best place to work and live in Africa by the year 2050. And as such, we're pioneering the adoption of new tools and processes that gets us faster to this new world order. This, amongst other things, underpins our drive to move towards a more digitized world in line with the fourth industrial revolution, and in attracting investments and exploring partnerships that deepen the penetration of digital technology in our daily lives as a state and a people. As we launch the Digital Tab project, which will be implemented in partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I believe it is important and pertinent to stress that this is a landmark project that captures the essence of our digital transformation pathway as a state. And therefore, we will put in every effort to make sure that we come up with very useful conclusions.
Obaseki Constitution said their roadmap don't put infrastructural development, education and innovation for front, say we don't transform and set new standard through technology in education for the Edo's Best program, and we don't work hand in hand with institutions to train people for Edo on digital and creative skills.
We have put in play a comprehensive strategic technology roadmap that outlines specific targets and a clear pathway to achieve the vision set by us. To a large extent, our roadmap prioritizes infrastructure development, education, and innovation. In November 2021, for instance, we introduced and implemented the e-governance platform and have provided tools which are relevant to supporting the transition into a paperless government system. In Edo, we have a Tier 3 data center, and I'm sure you'll have the opportunity to inspect it in government house, that employs a management document system in archiving old, current, and future government data. To support all of these, we have undertaken a partnership with two partners, Main1 and IHS, to provide approximately 1,300 kilometers of broadband fiber optic connectivity across the state. The metropolitan area has been covered and equipped with fiber optic internet connectivity, and we are rolling out to ensure coverage of the 18 other local government areas by the end of this year. The land administration process in Edo is completely digitized through technology reforms in the Edo State Geographical Information Service, Edo GIS. With the new changes introduced, it is now easier to obtain certificates of occupancy, CFOs in Edo, within a 60-day time frame, and also protect property rights. We have partnered with another company to design and implement the first of its kind digital fleet management system for the civil and public service in Edo. And this will improve workplace mobility and ensure optimal efficiency and service delivery. Perhaps one of the most iconic illustrations of our adoption of digital technology in Edo State is the Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation Program, popularly termed Edo BEST. With the program, Edo has set a new standard and has become the global reference point in deploying technology to transform public education. Edo BEST program has digitized public education by allowing for the use of technology to enhance education outcomes, allowing for a school curriculum, better monitoring of pupils' progress, accountability, and tracking learning outcomes. To create a competitive edge for our people in technology and creative sectors in the wake of the realities of a highly globalized world, we have invested and partnered with multilateral and multinational organizations to build institutions that train people in Edo State on digital and creative skills through the Edo Tech Park, the Edo Innovation Hub, and the Victor Waifo Creative Hub. These hubs have focused on providing digital training and learnings to people, not only in the pure technology space, but also in, in entertainment and the arts and culture space. Our goal is that we, within the next 5 years in Edo, hope to train not less than 10,000 software engineers to compete in the global outsourcing market. To upskill our civil and public servants, we have established the John Odigioyegu Public Service Academy, which continuously provide technical and soft skills to upgrade all Edo State civil and public servants. We are not unmindful of the fact that these laudable initiatives and progress, which we have recorded over the years, must be sustained beyond our tenure in office. Hence, we are developing a 30-year development program that creates a sustainable pathway for the technological changes being introduced in and outside of our government. The plan will ensure a data-driven and holistic approach to addressing access to healthcare, education, physical, and other development programs over the next 30 years. The plan will get legislative backing to ensure that it is binding on successive administrations in the state. In all we have done so far in pursuit of our digital transformation drive, we have prioritized the place of partnerships and collaborations. That is why today's event is very significant and important to us. Because one underlying thread in all the progress we have made in terms of digitizing and introducing technology to Edo State has rested on one anchor: partnerships. Partnership between governments and either the private sector or multilateral institutions. And we see this partnership as perhaps the crowning partnership in all we have done these last 6 years. We are very intentional in our desire to make Edo a destination of choice for digital solutions. We appreciate this strategic collaboration with you and our other implementation partners. And we are confident that we will be working on even more programs to fast track the adoption of the various technologies that we have already adopted, and ensuring that we drive positive change in our state and eventually the country. Therefore, this Digital Lab program, I believe, will form the critical plank of our programs to enhance our digital transformation in Edo State, and also to sustain all our efforts to date in terms of transforming Edo into being digital.
Director Chief of Staff Global Growth and Opportunity Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation BMGF Carol Walsh said the partnership with Edo go show wetin enhanced digital capability for public sector fit do through building on the digital infrastructure of the state. The Deputy Director Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation BMGF Tijani Mohammed talk say the government commitment to human capital development, health and education, among plenty other things, don't set Edo apart from other states for the Federation, and promise the foundation will continue to support the transformation agenda of the state government.
I'm so pleased to be here today for this launch and to come from the Seattle headquarters to be here for this launch. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation believes in the power of innovation to lead to transformative impact. As a foundation that can take risks and invest for the long term, funding innovation is part of the foundation's DNA. In areas such as agricultural research, new treatments, and vaccines for diseases that primarily affect the poor, innovation is a key part of what we do. The power of innovative digital technology is increasingly part of our work as well. In areas such as digital financial services, which can make savings and other financial products accessible to low-income people, or digital farmer services, where we can provide more customized and tailored advice to farmers at lower cost. Deploying the power of innovative tools and technologies is part of many, and is a growing part of many foundation strategies. You see the power of digital in Nigeria. The National Bureau of Statistics found last year that the ICT sector contributed almost 20% of Nigeria's GDP. Innovation hubs populate many areas, and I am really looking forward to seeing the Edo Innovation Hub in this afternoon. And mobile phone penetration is the highest in sub-Saharan Africa. But we also know that too often we don't leverage the power of technology for public benefit, and we don't focus on the digital interventions that might have the greatest impact on development outcomes. That's why we've been pursuing an effort across the foundation on how we could do more to leverage digital platforms to amplify all of our programs, to look at the kinds of digital programs that would accelerate pro-poor impact in health, agriculture, or education, for example. We pursued this learning agenda on digital for the past 2+ years, pulling together diverse foundation exploration teams to do learning sprints across a range of ideas linked to digital platforms and inclusive access, narrowing in on a set of topics that we thought had potential to have at-scale pro-poor impact and align to the Foundation's comparative advantage. And then we did deeper research into the potential for execution of these ideas, including in-country research and expert interviews in Nigeria last year.
Your Excellency, Bill's most memorable reflection in the past few years, and whenever he had an opportunity to discuss Nigeria, has been around his visit in 2018, when he was opportune to join His Excellency the Vice President and the entire National Economic Council and Nigeria's Governors Forum to brainstorm on Nigeria's human capital development. The Foundation has noted, we have all noted the significant progress made by Nigeria since that brainstorming session in 2018, with the development of a national HCD strategy and state human capital development plans that are coordinated, multi-sectoral implementation focused on improving human capital development objectives. A few weeks ago, Your Excellency, Edo State hosted the South-South Regional Human Capital Development Conference, a clear testimony to your administration commitment to advancing this long-term agenda. We acknowledge the giant strides your state has made in advancing health and education outcomes in the last few years. We are also greatly thrilled with the exemplary policy actions being taken to advance digital capabilities and accelerate digital reform, a critical pathway to leapfrogging the development of human capital outcomes and for realizing the vision of a healthy, educated, skilled, and productive citizenry. From the discussion we had with you and your team yesterday and the invaluable insights we gathered, we are not only validated, but we are also resoundly applauding the intentional strategic choices and decisions that were made to make Edo State stand out on Nigeria's digital map. It is really a giant stride. We assure His Excellency of our partnership and continued support as you make progress on the journey to sustainable digital transformation. This will be an enduring legacy for this administration. Lastly, I would like to state that since the beginning of our partnership in Nigeria in 2008, the Foundation mission has been saving lives and improving opportunities. This has translated into our priority support to Nigerian government and other partners in addressing a range of health issues, including strengthening primary health care and nutrition, scale of efforts at improving the quality and delivery of maternal neonatal child health services. We also support efforts to help smallholder farmers in Nigeria to increase yields and reduce food insecurity. We also support the government efforts to ensure that women and other marginalized populations have access to digital financial services, which can help them save, spend, and plan for the future more effectively. So there has been very strong alignment between the Foundation mission and national development priorities. We're glad to expand our support to strengthening digital capabilities and to reinforce the digital reform that is already well underway in Edo State. We appreciate all the guidance and excellent suggestions you provided to our team, and this is already promising to be our most fulfilling partnership in Nigeria.
Loretta Ojeseli, TMC TV News. Make you not forget say your PVC na your power and a countdown to election be this, not sell your votes or PVC to any political party on election day.